Is your favorite safe color secretly sabotaging your confidence? It's a strange question, but the answer is likely yes. Here's a scenario. You get dressed, you check the mirror, and something just feels flat. Not ugly, not wrong, just muted. As if the vibrant person you feel like on the inside has been turned down to a whisper on the outside. And it's not about new wrinkles or a change in your hair. It's the color you're wearing. The wrong shade, even a so-called neutral, can act like a thief, stealing the light from your face, making a quality outfit look cheap, and telling a story about you that simply isn't true. Now, this might sound severe, but I need you to stay with me, because this isn't about criticism. It's about control. This conversation isn't about chasing fleeting trends or purging your entire closet. It's about decoding the silent language of color and learning how to make it speak for you, not against you. After 60, our complexion shifts, our hair evolves, and the colors that once made us shine can now make us look drained. That's not a failure. It's just a new chapter in your personal biology. But when you arm yourself with the right colors, shades that amplify your natural radiance, honor your presence, and boost your inner energy, the world takes notice. Even better, you take notice of yourself again. In this video, we're going to break down 7 specific color families that can make you appear older, less vibrant, and more invisible than you deserve to be, and I'll give you powerful alternatives for each. This is about elegance, yes, but it's more about self-respect expressed through color. Let's dive into the first one. It's a color so many women hide in, believing it's sophisticated, when in fact, it's quietly dimming their light. Let's start with a color that hides in plain sight: forgotten brown. I can hear you now, but brown is a classic. It's earthy, it's dependable, and in principle, that's true. But there's a specific brown that does you a great disservice. I'm talking about that flat, grayish, dusty brown, the color of an old cardboard box or a forgotten book in an attic. It has no life, no richness, and critically, no elegance. When that color is next to your face, it can cast a shadow on your skin, making you look tired and making the entire outfit feel neglected. It's not that you are neglected, but the color itself suggests something that has been overlooked, left behind, or has lost its vitality. And let's be direct, at this stage in life, our clothes should be our allies, lifting us up, not weighing us down. Color psychology links brown to security and tradition, which is wonderful. But when the shade is lifeless, it shifts from grounded to gloomy. It subconsciously brings to mind dust, decay, or things past their prime. In style, that feeling matters. That subtle message can read as, "She's stopped trying." I've seen countless elegant women walk into a room, and that one dusty brown sweater was the only thing holding them back. Swap it for a deep espresso or a vibrant cognac, and suddenly her entire aura shifts. She looks deliberate, radiant, present. The change is that immediate. So, if forgotten brown is lurking in your wardrobe, don't feel bad. Just decide to upgrade. Seek out rich chocolates, warm chestnuts, or golden caramels. These shades add depth. They harmonize beautifully with silver or white hair, and they work with your natural glow, not against it. I once had this perfect fit jacket in that exact dusty shade. I thought it was versatile, but when I wore it, I felt invisible. I looked in the mirror and saw someone who was fading. The day I replaced it with a similar jacket in a rich camel, it was like someone turned the lights back on in my eyes. That's the power of color. It either breathes life into your story or quietly smothers it. So here's the bottom line. You deserve colors that celebrate the dynamic, wise, and powerful woman you are. Forgotten brown might feel safe, but its safety is an illusion that's costing you your presence. You're worth more than that. And then there's black, the ultimate fashion myth. For our entire lives, we've heard that black is the answer. It's slimming, it's chic, it's foolproof. And it can be, right up until the moment it's not. Here is the secret they don't tell you: black ages too. With every wash, it fades. That deep, inky power softens into a tired, dusty gray. And that's when black turns on you. A faded black doesn't define your silhouette, It drains your energy. It accentuates fine lines, deepens the shadows under your eyes, and absorbs all the light around your face, making you look less like a style icon and more like you're exhausted. Let's create a mental picture. Imagine a washed-out black cotton top, maybe a little stretched, covered in lint. The color is more like charcoal dust than deep night. We all have one we use for chores. Now, contrast that with a sharp, structured blazer in a true, deep black velvet or a crisp satin. One is intentional and strong, the other is an afterthought. The difference is the message. Rich black declares, I am here. Faded black whispers, I'm worn out. Psychologically, a black represents authority and elegance. But its faded version has a different identity: apathy. Faded black is visually heavy, but energetically empty. It ages us precisely because it drags our presence down without providing the sharp, clarifying contrast that makes true black so powerful. Many of us default to black, especially after 60. It feels easy. But when it's all we wear, we risk becoming invisible inside our own uniform. That isn't elegance, that's surrender. Now, I'm not telling you to abandon black. Absolutely not. It can still be your most powerful ally. Here is the modern way to wear it. Choose deep, saturated blacks in high quality, resilient fabrics. Think crepe, wool, silk, or a good quality knit. Avoid cheap cottons that fade in a heartbeat unless you plan to replace them often. Frame your face with light by using reflective jewelry, a string of pearls, a silver necklace, something that shines. Inject a spark of color with a scarf, a bold lip, or a handbag to counteract the intensity. And crucially, develop the discipline to retire a piece when its color dies. If you love black for its slimming effect, but want a kinder, more flattering alternative, consider charcoal gray. It's softer but just as chic. Or navy blue, more life, less harsh. Or a deep espresso brown, richer and warmer against mature skin. These shades give you that same elegant foundation, but add dimension instead of erasing you. The lesson is simple. Don't accept a faded version of anything in your life, especially not your color. You deserve to be radiant, not hidden. When your black has lost its power, let it go. The world needs your full, vibrant presence. There's a quiet sadness to a white that has lost its way. When white is right, it's one of the most stunning colors a woman over 60 can wear. It signifies clarity, freshness, and effortless elegance. It illuminates the face. But when white is wrong, it does more than just age you, it signals neglect. There is a razor-thin edge between pure white and dingy white, and it's an edge we cross without noticing after too many washes or too long in the closet. You know the look, the blouse that's now vaguely cream-colored, the T-shirt with a yellowish tint around the collar, the ivory knit that has gone dull and leans slightly gray. These pieces don't communicate style, they communicate fatigue. And when you wear them, that sense of fatigue is projected onto you. Our eyes are naturally drawn to light and clarity. In the language of color, pure white means precision, simplicity, and high standards. But the moment that white becomes dull, it starts to look accidental, like a mistake. It looks unkempt, wearing tired, off. White shades near your face makes your own complexion appear duller. It can make your teeth seem less bright, and can even amplify dark circles under your eyes. On fabrics like basic cottons or polyesters, this yellowing is particularly unforgiving, especially in daylight. Let's be clear, this happens for normal reasons: reactions to body oils, improper storage, or simply the fabric aging. You did nothing wrong, but you hold all the power to correct it. Because the problem isn't white itself, the problem is dingy white. Reach for these superior alternatives instead. A brilliant optic white, especially in a crisp shirt, is breathtaking against silver hair. A beautiful ivory, one that is intentionally creamy and warm, not accidentally yellowed. Or shades like bone or oyster, which are sophisticated neutrals in their own right. And if you have white pieces you love, give them a refresh. A good soak in an oxygen-based brightener can work wonders. Your clothes don't need to be designer to look luxurious, but they do need to look deliberate. Dingy whites and yellowed creams are the silent enemies of elegance. The next time you grab that easy white blouse hold it up to the light and ask, does this color reflect the brilliance I want to project today? Now for a color group that often shouts for attention, but rarely deserves it: neons. You know them on sight: highlighter yellow, electric fuchsia, lime green. They are designed to be impossible to ignore. For a woman in her 20s, that might be the point. But after 60, that same neon intensity can send a completely different message. Not daring or fun, but out of place. I am a huge advocate for wearing color as we get older. Color is energy. But neons aren't just color, they're an alarm bell. They are aggressive, artificial, and they don't mature gracefully with us. Here's the unvarnished truth: neon colors are unkind to mature skin. They're harsh. Electric frequency creates a stark contrast that magnifies skin texture, shadows, and any unevenness in tone. A lime green top that might have looked fresh at 30 can now make you look sallow, or worse, like you're desperately trying to recapture a youth you've already gracefully moved beyond. When your clothes seem to be fighting your natural elegance instead of enhancing it, people notice, and the look becomes dated. Color psychology connects neons with urgency, rebellion, and high-octane energy. That's why they're used for traffic cones and rave parties, not for enduring, elegant style. The critical lesson here is that what is fashionable is not always what is stylish. Neons, particularly in cheap, fast fashion items, are designed to be disposable. They don't signal lasting quality or sophistication. Some of the most aging neons include highlighter yellow, which can make even healthy skin look sickly; hot electric pink, which often clashes violently with the softness of silver or white hair; and neon green, which can create a jarring, almost cartoonish effect. These colors don't just overwhelm your face, they overwhelm your entire presence. So, let's pivot from what depletes you to what elevates you. Here are the sophisticated alternatives to those screaming brights. If you love yellow, explore mustard, saffron, or a soft buttercream. They provide warmth and cheer without the harshness. If you love pink, embrace raspberry, fuchsia, or a deep rose. These shades offer a feminine strength that communicates confidence, not chaos. If you love green, choose emerald, olive, or teal. These jewel and earth tones feel luxurious, grounded, and infinitely more polished. The goal is not to become afraid of color, but to become a master of it. After 60, our presence should feel confident, settled, and wise. Neon shouts for attention. Elegance commands it with a whisper. If you have neon pieces that have always felt a little off, it's time to give yourself permission to release them. Gray is one of the most powerful, yet perilous, colors in a mature wardrobe. It holds the promise of chic sophistication and perfect neutrality, and the right gray delivers on that promise beautifully. But not all grays are your friends. Some will elevate you, and some will make you vanish. I'm talking about lifeless gray. That specific, flat shade that looks like cement, cold, one-dimensional, and utterly devoid of texture or warmth. Worn near your face, it has a vampiric effect, draining the color from your skin and the energy from your presence. It's dangerously close to the color of old sweatpants, institutional uniforms, or bedding in a hospital room, none of which reflect the dynamic, fascinating woman you are. Lifeless gray is a trap because it feels so safe and unassuming. But here's the issue: it does zero work for you. It doesn't illuminate your features, it doesn't warm your complexion, and it certainly doesn't project polish. Instead, its silent message is one of resignation. I've given up. As we mature, our natural coloring softens. Our hair might be silver, our skin tone gentler. If your clothing choice perfectly mimics that lack of contrast, you risk becoming a ghost in your own outfit. Flat gray provides no light, no shadow, no story. The result is a look that isn't just aging, it's anonymous. Style is a form of communication. Lifeless gray often communicates, "Please don't look at me." But I believe that after 60, you have earned the right to be seen, to take up space, to project elegance and wisdom, not to hide behind a wall of nothingness. This doesn't mean you should banish gray. In fact, the right grays are the pinnacle of elegance. Here's what to look for instead. Heather gray, with its soft, multi-tonal texture, feels both cozy and chic. Dove gray, a pale gray with soft undertones, is gentle and luminous. Charcoal, which is deep, dramatic, and a much kinder alternative to harsh black. And warm taupe, a beautiful blend of gray and beige that is incredibly flattering and looks expensive. These shades provide sophistication without stealing your light. They enhance you. When you wear colors that are on your team, colors that reflect your inner strength and grace, you carry yourself differently. You don't fade away, you glow. Lifeless gray may have promised simplicity, but it often delivers invisibility. And you, my friend, were not made to be invisible. So the next time you reach for that flat gray sweater, pause and ask yourself, does this color celebrate me, or does it want me to disappear? Soft pastels have a reputation for being delicate, feminine, and classic, and they certainly can be, but there's a specific category of pastels that can quietly undermine your entire look: washed out pastels. These are the pale shades that have been stripped of their life and warmth. Imagine a baby blue that looks chalky, a light pink that leans gray, or a mint green that feels faded instead of fresh. These are muted, powdery colors, often with a grayish undertone that just kills their vibrancy. On the hanger, they look gentle and harmless, but on mature skin, they have the opposite effect. Here's why. As we get older, our own natural pigmentation in our skin and hair softens. Our coloring becomes more nuanced. This is a beautiful, natural evolution. But when you combine that softer personal palette with a dusty pastel that is already weak in color, the result is a washout. Your skin looks lackluster. Your eyes lose their sparkle. You appear drained even when you feel fantastic. This is about energy. Washed out pastels are takers, not givers. We often gravitate toward these shades because they feel safe, appropriate. But safe is the enemy of great style. And looking appropriate should never mean looking invisible. After 60, your wardrobe should be a testament to the rich, vibrant life you've lived, not something that blends into the wallpaper. Don't worry, this doesn't mean pastels are forbidden. Not at all. The secret is choosing the right ones. Swap those ashy pastels for these. Instead of dusty pink, try a clear rose or a warm blush that has life in it. Instead of a gray lavender, find one with clear blue undertones that brightens the complexion. Instead of a dull sage, go for a fresh mint or a vibrant seafoam green, and try a peachy coral, which warms the skin without being overpowering. These shades are still soft, still feminine, but they are energizing, not draining. They lift your features, reflect light back onto your skin, and boost your mood. It's astonishing what a simple shift in tone can achieve. You don't need to wear primary colors to look vibrant. A well-chosen pastel, one with clarity and vitality, is incredibly powerful. The question isn't just, is this color pretty? It's, does this color make me feel more alive? Washed out pastels are not off limits, but they whisper a message you don't want to send, one of fatigue or frailty. And let's be clear, your wisdom, your stories, and your presence deserve much better lighting than that. Let's now address something that feels like the ultimate, safe move but can instantly date your appearance, the overly matched outfit. I'm talking about head to toe, one-note color. The same shade for your jacket, your top, your pants, your shoes, your handbag. For generations, we were taught that perfect matching was the height of being put together. But here is the modern truth. When an outfit is too perfectly coordinated, it reads as dated, rigid, and frankly, a bit boring. It eliminates all visual interest, flattens your silhouette, and paradoxically makes you look less stylish because it seems forced and unnatural. After 60, our clothes should complement our natural beauty, not overwhelm it. When every single item you're wearing is the exact same color, it creates a monotonous block. There's no contrast to frame your face or highlight your shape. Your silhouette blurs, and your personality gets lost in a sea of uniformity. We fall into this trap because it feels easy, or because we were raised with stricter fashion rules. Your bag must match your shoes. Your belt must match your bag. But style has evolved, and so should we. True elegance today comes from effortless sophistication, not from rigid adherence to outdated rules. Being too matchy can make your entire look feel stiff and out of touch. Here is the new rule: don't match, harmonize. Curate colors that speak to each other beautifully. Work within a color family, but introduce different tones, textures, and shades. Try these approaches instead: a pair of navy trousers with a lighter sky blue silk blouse and silver accessories, olive green pants paired with a cream colored top and a touch of deep amber in a necklace, a beautiful rose colored top with rich burgundy pants and neutral shoes. Can you see the difference? The look is still cohesive and elegant, but now it has depth, dimension, and life. There's a story being told by your clothes. This habit isn't just about the main garments, it extends to accessories, lipstick, and even nail polish. Matching everything feels safe, but what it actually communicates is a lack of confidence in mixing colors. True elegance whispers, it doesn't need a color-coded uniform to make a point. You don't need to match perfectly to look polished. You need to look intentional. Let your outfit have a conversation. Let your personality shine. You are not a uniform, you are a work of art. You've stayed with me this long because you care deeply about how you present yourself to the world. You want to look not just youthful, but elevated and authentic. Now, let's pinpoint 3 final color habits that can silently cheapen an otherwise beautiful look, regardless of how much you spend on your clothes. Habit 1. Using playground colors without sophistication. Let's be very clear, color is your friend. But there's a trap many mature women fall into, wearing juvenile shades without adapting them for their current elegance. I mean bubblegum pink, crayon yellow, and cartoon purple, shades you'd find in a candy store. Instead of looking youthful, these colors can look like you're trying too hard. They can appear costumey, and unfortunately, can lower the perceived quality of your entire outfit. The solution is to choose the grown-up version of your favorite playful colors. Instead of bubblegum pink, choose a sophisticated dusty rose or a rich magenta. Instead of a primary yellow, opt for mustard or saffron. Instead of a simple sky blue, try a deep periwinkle or cornflower blue. Habit 2. The color collision. This is a mistake even the most stylish people can make. Wearing too many bright, saturated colors all at once. It's the visual equivalent of everyone in a room shouting at the same time. The eye has nowhere to rest. When a color combination becomes chaotic, the look goes from bold to bargain bin very quickly. It loses its intention and starts to look random and cheap. The problem isn't the color itself, it's the lack of balance. The fix: anchor your bold colors with a sophisticated neutral. If you're wearing a vibrant emerald green blouse, ground it with trousers in cream, navy, or camo. Let one color be the star of the show, and let the others be the supporting cast. Habit 3. Wearing colors that erase you. You might have a sweater that fits you like a dream. It might be made of the most beautiful cashmere, but if the undertone is wrong for your skin, it will actively work against you, draining the life from your complexion. These are the colors that make your skin look sallow, your eyes seem dull, and your features blur together. No matter how lovely the garment is, you will look tired. And after 60, we have no time for clothes that subtract from our beauty. We need allies. If the veins on your wrist look greenish and gold jewelry makes your skin sing, you are likely warm-toned. Embrace earthy tones, warm reds, olive greens, and corals. If your veins appear more blue and silver is your best metal, you are likely cool-toned. Look for berry shades, true blues, and cool, toned grays. For a deeper dive, consider a professional color analysis. It's a small investment with a massive daily payoff. You see, this entire conversation was never just about shaming certain colors. It wasn't about imposing a new set of rigid rules. It was about something far more profound: how you see yourself. Because every morning when you get dressed, you are not simply covering your body. You are writing the preface to your story for the day. The colors you choose are not just fabric, they are energy. They broadcast your taste, your values, and your level of self-respect. So when you unconsciously choose a muddy brown, a dingy white, or a chaotic mix of neons, you're not just fading into the background, you are silently agreeing that you don't deserve to be seen. But when you deliberately choose colors that illuminate your skin, that amplify your presence, and that reflect the dignity you have earned over a lifetime, the world shifts. You hold your head higher. You feel more powerful, and people respond to that energy. At this stage of your life, you owe no one an apology for being visible. You don't owe the world beige. You owe yourself radiance, elegance, and strength. And using color with intention is a beautiful, powerful act of self-respect. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. What color in your closet are you ready to let go of? And which one makes you feel undeniably you? If this video sparked a new thought, please give it a like, share it with a woman you admire, and subscribe, because you deserve a space that honors the magnificent person you are still becoming. Until next time, wear your worth and be unforgettable.